Hi, my name is Elaine, and I'd like to tell you a bit about how I replace rubber stamps. In a country like mine, which is Argentina, where access to scrapbooking supplies is very limited, I'm always looking for ways to replace elements which we cannot get locally. This is a way I found which helps me with the rubber stamping business. So the first thing I'd like to show you is what we need for this. And basically the two things that we basically need are a computer, a printer, and transparencies. There are two kinds of transparencies which I can get locally. One are these which have this white border at the top, which are the ones that fix the ink onto the transparency once you put it inside the printer. It has a rough side and it has a shiny sort of smooth side. These are the ones I don't use for this. The ones I use are just a simple piece of acetate transparency, once I print on this, the ink will be floating on the surface. So now I'd like to go to my computer and show you how I do it. Here I have an image of CeraKey which I found on the web. Obviously the web is my source of ideas and my source of images. There are thousands and thousands of them which we can use. The first thing I do is place my image, my transparency in my printer, and then I have to set up my printer to print a reflected or mirror image. File, print. This I am going to publish on my blog as well. All the instructions will be published there, so that if you have any doubt you can look at it there as well. Okay, here is my image printed on the transparency. The ink is fresh on this side. I mustn't touch it because if I touch it, this will splash and splat and everything will go wrong. Okay, this is the printed side. I'm now going to turn my transparency over and put it down on my paper. This is where I must be careful, because once I do this, I mustn't move the transparency to avoid this from splotching all over the place. And now with my nail, I can start rubbing. I do this carefully without moving the transparency, because otherwise it smudges. Now once I've finished, before I take it off completely, I peep just to make sure the image has been transferred correctly. Okay, and that's ready. Now I'd like to show you that we can also do this in color. So let's go back to the printer. Okay, here I've got a second print which I did in color and which I'm now going to transfer. The print is on this side. That's where I don't touch, because if I touch I'm going to blur it. Turn around. I place it on my paper. Now I won't move anymore, and I rub it on. This is a sort of a similar thing to using a rub-on, except that I've got the whole Google library which I can use and take advantage of. So I rub hard. And then I pick up and check, make sure that everything's been properly transferred. Ready? There we go. This, of course, you can do with almost any of the fonts that you have on your computer. So if you need to transfer a text onto your layout or onto your card, you just write it out in your computer, print it onto your transparency, and then just stamp it on to your paper wherever you want. The good thing is that it allows you to do it anywhere on the paper you wish. Okay, as I said just now, you can do this with all the fonts on your computer. I've just printed out 3 words here. This is the side that's been printed on. I turn it round again, place it on my page wherever I want, rub on once again. I moved there. This just might blur because I moved just a little bit. That's what I've got to be terribly careful with. It's not, yes, here it blurred all the way through because I just moved my transparency. Okay, so you'll be able to see the effect. It won't be perfect because I moved. Okay, and there it is. So it's a great way of putting text onto your layout anywhere on your layout you wish. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.